Good morning and welcome back on Monday, November 28th. It's time for episode 144 of the 359 podcast with Roger Chang. No.
Nope.
No. With Ben Fox Rubin and Alfred Goggles McGee-ing. Hey guys, welcome back.
Oh,
Happy Cyber Monday.
Are you snapping this right
snapped.
now?
I'm being videotaped.
You're all being
twice.
snapped.
All right, I'm okay with that. I mean, like, we're being videotaped anyway, so.
How was everybody's holiday?
Great.
Time off?
Yeah, I was with a bunch of babies and dogs. Nothing could be better.
That sounds 50% great. And greetings
But
to
they're my babies.
And greetings to everyone in the chat who's joined us back after our little hiatus. And for those of you who didn't celebrate anything, happy Monday, as Roger would say.
Yeah, but happy Cyber Monday. So hopefully you guys are checking out all the various deals and whatnot we're going to be talking about for this Cyber Monday. I wrote a story about how shopping on your mobile phone still sucks. You know it. I know Amazon's a little different, but for the most part, mobile shopping is still pretty terrible. And also, as you can see, Alfred has some handy Snapchat spectacles, so he's going to tell us about what it's been like over the past week to test them out.
I waited 6 hours for these, so I'm milking them for as much as they're worth. So.
Yeah, definitely. As always, send in your questions and comments. Brian will get through them at the end of the show. And without further ado, let's get moving.
All right, we'll be back to answer your questions after we cover the recording of the podcast in 3, 2.
Welcome to the 359. I'm Ben Fox Rubin.
I'm Alfred Ing.
Happy Cyber Monday, everyone. In honor of this important made-up holiday, I wrote about how buying stuff on your phone is still pretty terrible. That's due to a bunch of problems, including small screens, difficult comparison shopping, and annoying checkout. So, Alfred, do you buy on your phone a lot?
Not a lot, only because I like to compare products a lot, and it's really hard to do that on mobile, where
Totally.
I like to compare prices, and then I like to read like as many reviews as I can.
Yeah, you just can't do that as effectively on your phone.
No, when it's like one small screen in your hand, like I like to have like at least like 10 tabs open when I'm like shopping online. If I'm buying like something like small, like really simple, where it's like, oh, I need new pens or something, and then like that's completely different.
Definitely.
But even then, I'm usually only on Amazon or like eBay for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and those guys tend to be, so what I ended up finding out in my research, those guys are way ahead of the curve, Amazon and eBay, and if anything, they're doing an even better job nowadays, where they're adding things like voice search, more personalization, more comparison shopping tools, different things like that to actually make it a lot easier for you to shop on your phone. Whereas, I don't know, folks like Macy's, Nordstrom, traditional retailers, they're just not nearly as good with mobile.
Do you see? I mean, I know in your story you talked about how there's such a market for shopping online through mobile, but do you actually see that as being able to take over at some point, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So Adobe has a statistic that they say that by early 2018, we're going to be shopping on our mobile phones as like that's the primary vehicle for which we're going to be buying stuff as opposed to PCs.
But I'm having a hard time seeing like how, with all these like roadblocks in the way, I like to, compare and contrast all these other things. Do you think that they're going to be adding interfaces? Like, what does Amazon and I guess eBay do that, these other websites like Macy's and Nordstrom aren't doing that, they could be doing better?
Yeah. So like I said, stuff like personalization is super important when it comes to like a really, really tiny screen. So you will see more of that kind of stuff. There's also checkout is really important with a lot of retailers. They don't have your personal information. So there are different things that you could do for that to improve checkout and make it a lot more seamless. Anyway, also what we wanted to talk about is next up, Alfred got a chance to check out fancy Snapchat spectacles, which he's wearing right now. I know you can't see them if you're just listening to this. So tell us what it's been like to hang out with these things.
These have been great. I got them last Monday. I've been using them pretty much every day. It does get a little annoying though, where I've kind of been forcing myself to take them, and they're not like normal sunglasses where you can just kind of put in your pocket. I have to carry this like big like
That's
battery
the charger,
case. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
But it's also the case for it just because I don't want it to like break in my backpack or in my pocket or anything like that. So that's been annoying, and it's just hard thinking of things that I can do with both hands while Snapchatting. But I wore it for like Thanksgiving. I wore it like when I went to like breakdance practice yesterday.
That's pretty. That's cooler than me.
I wore it while like skateboarding the other day. So it's kind of like it's forcing me to like go out and like bring this like with it and do more stuff with it. But it's been pretty cool. I like being able to like document stuff in my life with this. I wish it were like easier to import, and I wish there were just like a better, like I could take photos with it instead of like just videos. But
What was like the buying experience like? Right, you were like in line for 6
that
hours
was not
to get
fun.
these things.
Yeah, that was not fun. It was really cold. There were no restrooms. I know Snapchat doesn't plan on adding any restrooms to that store across the street from the Apple store. But I'm glad I have them. I know other people that have gone to like more extreme lengths than I have. A friend of mine on Friday, it opened at 4 p.m. on Friday, and he decided I'm gonna be there starting at 6 a.m. Someone else I knew on Sunday was waiting there at 10 p.m. for the 6 a.m. opening on Sunday. So
Not bad.
I went at 8 on the first day, and I got them by like 2, so not as extreme as everyone else, but here I am with them, and I think it's a good buy.
Cool.
I don't think they'll catch on as much as like Snapchat wants you to, but
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
If you want to read more about these stories, check us out on CNET. I'm Ben Fox Rubin.
I'm Alfred Ng.
Thanks for listening.
Who else here thinks that Alfred looks a little silly right now? Let's get it right down
They're
there.
normal sunglasses.
Sort of. Well, you know that they're not.
Yes,
I mean, that's
but,
the
like,
whole point.
I mean, I only think I look silly because I'm wearing sunglasses indoors.
They look like the kind of sunglasses a 50s pinup girl would wear.
I would-
Potentially.
On the beach.
Yeah. Okay.
That's 50s pinup girls on the beach are totally cool.
Michael
So,
says
like-
them shades popping.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. I
Wait
don't know
a
what you
minute.
guys have against
This is like the one place in tech where Snapchat spectacles are not cool. Brian has deemed them uncool.
Oh, no.
That doesn't do
it's
much
over.
for anybody.
Your life is over.
That's it. Down the drain.
Yeah. Any questions or comments?
Well, a lot of people
from the
actually
crowd?
did do some shopping on their tablets this year,
Yes.
which is kind of a little column A, a little column B.
Yeah, what's interesting is that tablet shopping is not taking off really. Smartphones have started to overtake tablets, and so it's like if you look at it as a pie chart, most of the pie chart is taken up by PCs, and then tablets is a smaller sliver, and smartphones is a growing bigger sliver. And by 2018, it's expected that the major part of the pie chart is going to be your smartphone, and it'd be really interesting to see what that looks like. A year down the road.
I mean, yeah, part of it is like it's just easier to input like your address, your like card number, and all this like stuff like on your PC. And then with all these websites, you know, if you haven't been a member before, you have to like kind of like sign up for an account.
Right, but like, why can't that live on your phone?
Yeah.
Like your phone should be able to just put it in for you, and that is one of the efforts. Like Apple Pay should be able to do that, I think, eventually. But the problem is that there just isn't enough ubiquity for it.
Yeah.
But I would argue, like, is it fun to carry around like this big old laptop? No, not so much.
No,
So
but you're
it
not
would
like
be
shopping
nice.
at every second, though.
Yes,
But what about the
wouldn't it be-
shopping
But
experience?
the
Like-
retailers want you to.
Yeah.
If you're not in the store, your best bet is to try to get a really great high-res picture, and that can only take you so far on a mobile screen, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I do. I lean a lot on the visual aspect
Yeah.
of the online shopping, and I did a fair amount of online shopping over this weekend and just kind of scoping out the deals, and I couldn't imagine doing that on a phone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's way too small.
I totally agree. Maybe Adobe's wrong with
Like-
that. with
And I
that
mean,
statistic.
I use primarily Groupon, Amazon, trusted sites kind of thing. I didn't have any negative experiences with any of the crap apps that kind of leaked out there. But as far as like the actual shopping experience, like that ain't doing it for me.
When I do shop on my phone, I almost always do it on Amazon exclusively, just because they already have my personal information. I check Google Shopping to do some comparison shopping, but I've generally found like on the mobile web, it's a total pain,
Yeah.
and it's not set up very well for that small screen.
I think
So
mobile
agree
is
with
like
you.
great for window shopping. Like I've like browsed a lot on my phone and then just like, oh, that looks cool, and then I like will open up my laptop to like buy it instead.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a
I
very
you
weird
dig
process.
deeper on
Yeah,
the laptop.
yeah,
Like, I'll
right.
check this out in detail
Yeah.
later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So that is generally what I wrote about, and yeah, there are a lot of problems with doing it on the phone, but in general, excuse me, traffic has been like skyrocketing because people are using their phones a lot more to.
That
you
makes
know,
sense that traffic is skyrocketing though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, like
because
I
you're
would,
doing research
Yeah.
at a free moment, like if you're on a commute or whatever,
Yeah.
you're checking out.
I window
looking
shop
at
like
what-
crazy on my phone.
Yeah,
I don't-
definitely.
I don't buy anything, but
Then
Imagine Soggy.
Alfred is the classic example.
Imagine Soggy agrees largely. Is that I search around on mobile and tablet, and then when it's time to buy, I still got Thanksgiving on the mind.
Nice.
When it's time to buy, I get back on my PC. Our good buddy Michael Brown, happy holidays to you too.
Happy
sir.
holidays,
thanks
Michael.
Thanks for joining us as always. He says Chrome does a great job with entering payment options automatically on mobile and PC.
Yes.
Do they do that on mobile? I haven't seen that option on
They
mobile.
do that on mobile, and they also do that on iOS. However, I know on iOS, it's buried. It's an option that's generally buried, and most regular consumers aren't actually going to like search out and find it. But savvier customers like our friend Michael know about it, and they are able to find it, and it makes shopping on the mobile web a little bit
I've
easier.
really enjoyed the autofill feature on desktop.
Yeah,
but like
I
on
use it
mobile,
all
yeah.
the time.
And
I
then-
think on mobile, like at least for me, I didn't turn on autofill even after I found out about it because it was a security issue.
Sure.
Is
Yeah.
that like how hard is it for somebody to steal my laptop? Whereas like, yeah, I could lose my mobile phone.
Yeah,
I've
I
got it with
was
me all the
very
time.
paranoid of that. There was this one time I tried buying something on mobile, and it was like instead of entering your credit card number, it was like scan your credit card with the camera.
Yeah.
And it was one I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a photo of like my credit card number. That doesn't sound like safe at all.
It's interesting,
Yeah.
but you probably like, you probably just typed it in, and you may have like read. I assume that you may have read your credit card number to somebody over the phone when you were doing like.
I don't think I've
like,
ever ordered anything off the phone.
No, like you call somebody on the phone for like restaurants or like when you're getting takeout. You've never like read
No,
your. Oh, I've totally done that.
I use Grubhub for that. Where
Yes.
they have,
Well, I
don't-
use Grubhub more now,
And
partly
then if-
because
if
that's
I,
an
like-
extremely unsafe
yeah,
situation.
if I order by voice, I kind of just give them cash.
Nice. All right.
So
Alfred's much smarter than I am.
First of all, Carrot Juice thinks you look badass with those glasses. So,
Okay.
Thanks, Carrot
All right.
Juice.
Thank you, Carrot.
I apologize if I butchered
He was
your
talking
name.
about me.
Oh yeah. Hussein asks, "What are the best sites to shop?" And we've already covered that Chrome is a pretty solid browser for it. But what are some of the better sources? What are the better sites to use for shopping? Obviously, Amazon.
We're talking about in the U.S., right? So in the U.S., but the problem with Amazon is that people, especially Prime shoppers, tend to use it reflexively and they don't shop around. So it's really important, especially for Cyber Monday or any other day of the year, to not get complacent and just go on Amazon and then buy it there immediately.
I think the reason why like people are more inclined to go on Amazon though than like any other website is essentially, the Amazon, it's like a jack of all trades kind of thing where it's
Yeah,
like I can get
totally.
clothes, I can get food, I can get electronics, whereas I'm not going to sign up for a Macy's account I don't want a whole account just for clothes. Whereas on Amazon, I can get all
Totally.
this stuff on it. I think, that's why it's
for bigger purchases, especially with bigger purchases, maybe not with clothes, but especially for bigger purchases, it behooves you. It's well worth your time to at least spend a little bit more time looking outside of Amazon. eBay is certainly useful for at least getting an idea of what else is out there. And if you are interested in finding a used item or a new item, you're going to be able to find it on eBay more often than not than maybe some other sites. I also check out jet.com all the time whenever I'm looking for consumables. They're really good with that. And they're just like a really helpful backup option to Amazon. And Walmart.com has also been increasing its selection considerably. So
That's true. We touched on that a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
About who did they acquire?
So Jet and Walmart are now the same company.
Right.
So thank you for mentioning that. But yeah, like so those are three that I generally go to, and Google Shopping is also really helpful just to get a baseline of like what price you're looking, what price you're looking at, and to see if Amazon is.
I noticed in your article, somebody that you interviewed was shopping on like Jack Threads. Too. I've like tried using Jack Threads before. That website, like, it's really hard shopping on that. Like,
Interesting.
Yeah, they even
he
made.
loved the mobile shopping experience, like their app.
He had the app though. That's
Yeah,
different.
that
That's a
might have been
little
different.
Yeah.
And like I think they were really into like browsing on
Yeah.
the app.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
big-
the thing.
Big pictures and like making it like swiping
Yeah.
around and whatever.
It's like one of the websites I used to like window shop on, but like I never bought anything from
Yeah,
it. But
so he
it's,
said that like
yeah.
he enjoys window shopping
Yeah.
with the Jack
Yeah.
Threads app, and like actually making it an enjoyable experience when you're on the app is like really vital to like get people to like keep coming back
Yeah.
to the app, and like maybe you visit 5 times, you don't buy anything, but then that 6th time they'll get that sweet money from you. That's the whole idea.
So in the last few minutes of the show, let's talk privacy and security about regarding shopping online. Like, what's the difference between, you said yourself you don't trust the autofill necessarily, or hadn't trusted the
For
autofill.
mobile, yeah.
Right. In general, mobile is a higher liability. But what about when they have you like scan a picture of your credit card to use that for transaction.
I don't remember ever actually using that personally. If it's a reputable retailer that you've heard of, I would say that you should probably have a higher comfort level with that. But if you're uncomfortable doing any of that stuff, then you probably shouldn't do it. That's like your spidey sense going off and saying like, this is either, you know, not safe, not secure, or too good to be true. I mean, last Christmas season, my wife found an amazing deal on Ugg boots that were total knockoffs off of this completely unknown website. And not only did we get fake Ugg boots that were sent to us like weeks later, but they also, I'm pretty sure they stole our credit card. So it's also very much a buyer beware situation where you're much better off going to better known websites instead of trying to find like, I'm going to save $20 on this thing from some unknown website that I've never heard of. Like,
yeah, but it's not like
really
when she entered her credit card number, it was like she typed it in, right?
Yeah.
Like,
She
take
did it
a
on
photo
desktop.
of it.
Yeah. But like it's if the deal seems too good to be true, it probably is, and you're much better off going to like reputable retailers that you've heard of. So that's the most obvious rules of the road that I know of.
So the moral of this past couple of months is when you're online, you can't trust the news, you can't trust the stores, you can't trust social. So let's just shut down the internet.
Yeah. Don't trust us either. We're on the internet. So yeah, let's just throw us in.
We're automatically wrong.
We're wrong.
All right.
That will continue to be fun.
Always fun.
All right. Should we wrap this thing?
Let's wrap it.
All right. Thanks for the questions, everybody. The 359 is available on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, SoundCloud, FeedBurner, Google Play Music, and of course on CNET.com. Thanks, everybody, for watching and listening, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.